I'm still just doing it myself. I'm getting to the point though where I'm going to have to hire one person, maybe two people. I have like 15 locations and about 18 machines. I'm doing 5,500 a month. I can do it when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I'm my own boss. You can get into the business with not a lot of money. It's going to give you more time with your family. It'll give you more time to do the things you want to do.
What's one piece of wisdom you would give your younger self at the beginning of your vending journey? Did you ever own any other business before you started this vending business? What is your top selling item across all your platforms? All right, Joe, I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Really excited to hear more about your story and have it share it with others. So really excited, and thank you for your time joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me. My pleasure.
Absolutely. Joe, talk about like early on in your stage of like, where were you at? Like, why was it vending? Like, what were you going through? What was like, I want to start a business. I want to do this. Like, what were you dealing with at the time of why you wanted to basically start like another business?
Yeah, well, I was getting ready to retire from the car business. My wife's a couple years younger. She has her own business. She was going to keep working for a while. And I was like, well, I can't just do nothing. And I came across Mike's information and I reached out to him, and it was the passive income aspect of it. Just I needed something to do, and this seemed like a perfect fit because I could do it on my schedule.
Got it. Did you look at any other type of other businesses to do that were basically passive or anything like that when you were doing your due diligence?
Through the years ago, I had looked at a couple different things. They just didn't work out. Maybe too structured, not structured enough, just wasn't the right fit.
Yeah. Because like for me early on, one of the things that attracted me to this business, like when I was going down looking for a recurring income stream type business, I was looking at rental real estate. I knew the numbers on that because I came from that type of background. I looked at laundromats, I looked at car washes, and everything that I kept evaluating was just the high barrier of entry and the risk of dollars or loans that I would need to get to pursue those type of businesses for the cash flow that I needed, where vending was able to give me like a lower barrier entry of capital to kind of, get into the business.
Right. Correct. And I've heard you talk about this, and I've heard Mike talk about it, and I've heard other people talk about it, and it happened to me. You're in such a hurry to find a location and get that first machine placed. You cannot be in a hurry just for any location. It has to be the right location.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, no, for sure. Very well said. Like I can't stress that enough for people that are just like starting on and, kind of getting into the business and everything like that is extremely important to, make sure, not saying that you can't overcome it, but it's definitely to start off like on the right foot for sure. So with you kind of like doing your due diligence of finding an opportunity of a recurring income stream business, obviously it led you to vending. Why did you choose the Vendingpreneur program?
Well, like I said, I came across Mike's information. And then we had a couple conversations, and it wasn't a get rich scheme. It takes some work, it takes time to build, but it was a good fit for me because I had the time. I wasn't working a full-time job. Well, I was initially, but I'm not now. But it was an anticipation of retiring, so it was all about finding something to do when I did retire. Now, for someone just starting out, maybe they're going to work for a while before they jump in. I think you were working when you first started as well.
Yeah.
And it was the passive income. It was the low threshold for investment that attracted me to the business.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When I always keep back thinking about like my decision was the low barrier capital for sure. That was huge. But then also just the community support that I could get from them where, I could maybe try to do it on my own and go through the school of hard knocks. But with my situation, like I didn't have time. Like I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to expedite my success. And I think that's what the community, offered, me in that regard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a good decision,
And it's awesome right now because I started a couple of years ago, even a little longer than that. And we had the website, we had school, but there wasn't very many people involved at that time.
Yeah.
And now I think, I don't even remember. It was like 350, 400, something like that.
Yeah. I think now the group is up to like 1,500. When I joined,
that's
when
amazing.
When I joined September of 2023, it was 123 members. What year did you join, or what month? Where was the timetable on that?
I think it was maybe 6 months before you did.
Oh wow, okay.
And I think I want to say, well, it was 22. It was 3 years ago.
Wow.
So, and there was maybe just a handful of us involved.
Oh my gosh.
And Mike was building this thing. I'd love to hear his comments now on what he thinks has happened in the past 3 years, but we'll catch him another time.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think in his wildest dreams that he thought the community was going to grow to what it is. But one of the things too is that like I always like joke around with him about is like, dude, you're spoiling these people that are just joining the community now because
Yeah, absolutely.
if I go back to 2 years ago, like we had like an onboarding call and we have Mike's community call, and then we had 6 modules. Now you got all the modules, you got
Yeah.
foundations calls, onboarding calls, this and that. Like, there's so much customer support and hand holding along the way, which is a good, and it's a testament to him to that where he reinvested back into the community as it continued to grow. So yeah, it was it's a testament to him
Yeah.
of like what he has been able to do.
I mean, and people like yourself, I mean, I don't need to blow smoke up your ass, but I mean, you've been huge, successful, and very integral in that growth. And people look up to you, and you give them great information. I mean, you bear it all. So it's thank you for that as well.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just a very exciting group to be a part of, and I really like to see where we're going. We're definitely flipping this industry on its head. Like when I got in this industry, it was like this thing is extremely archaic, and then see exactly what we're doing. It's almost like you're part of like a revolution. It's pretty cool to see, and I'm excited to be along for the ride.
Absolutely, I agree with you. It's fantastic.
So fast forward to where you're at now. What is like your operation like right now? Like how many locations, how many machines,
Yeah.
like what is your revenue per month? Like where are you at?
I'm still just doing it myself. I'm getting to the point though where I'm going to have to hire one person, maybe two people. I have like 15 locations and about 18 machines. A couple
Okay.
locations have two. And some of those are micro marts. Some of them are just what I would call standard machines, like from Vending, the combo
Okay, traditional
machines.
machines. Yep.
And then I have a couple from AVS, which were the also combo machines, but they're chilled. So those can do salads and sandwiches as well,
Oh,
even
nice.
though it's more of a traditional vending machine. And I've got some coffee machines. Got to be honest, those aren't great. People are
Hmm.
real picky about coffee. But I also have an apartment complex that has two machines, and I provide the coffee service as well.
Okay.
So I order the coffee, mark it up, they pay the difference.
Okay, nice.
So that's the type of machines that I have, the locations I have. I've got a couple of, some of them are better than others, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
I have Jefferson County, which is about 30 minutes from me. I have the courthouse there and the Health and Human Services building, and those do really well. I'm doing approximately about 5,500 a month,
Okay.
so still growing. Looking for
Yeah, for
more
sure.
locations. I interviewed for 3 locations in the past 2 weeks. I'm waiting to hear the decision on those. Just touched base with them again today, and they're close, but not yet.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, no, it's always
I wanted to
getting
be
those
at
bigger
20
focus.
locations before the end of the year, so it'll be close.
Okay, cool. So would you say like, so core like goals here, get to 20, and then basically probably next year, probably first or second quarter, you'll probably end up hiring some help there to either are you gonna hire somebody to do the picking and stocking, or are you gonna hire somebody to just do the stocking and you're gonna pick? Like what are you gonna do?
No, I want them to do both.
Okay.
Or maybe that's two people. I'm not 100% sure. I know you have done that already, and as you know, my time is more valuable than doing those items now that I'm getting
Yeah.
big enough.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I want to do that, and it'll help me grow and get back more time to do other things.
Yeah, no, for sure. How has this made, like, you're in the community for 3 years. We understand exactly why you wanted to join. You needed something to go ahead and do. Like, how has this business made your life different?
Wow, interesting. When I first started, I didn't think I'd, grow it. Not that it's that big right now, but I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do.
Yeah.
I can do it when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I'm my own boss, which is what a lot of people are looking to do. They want to be their own boss and do what they want to do when they want to do it. Right now, it's just my wife and I. Our kids are grown. Not that we don't want to spend time with them, but for somebody
Yeah,
that has younger kids, gives them an opportunity to spend more time with their family.
absolutely. So you were in the car business before. Did you ever own any other business before you started this vending business?
Well, I was a professional bowler for about 7 years,
Oh, really?
and a top amateur for a long time. I'm in the Milwaukee Hall of Fame and also the Wisconsin State Hall of Fame. So I had a
Oh, that's
pretty good
awesome.
I had a pretty good career, and that's your own business basically.
Yeah.
You're selling yourself and sponsorships and that sort of thing.
Oh, is that
I
cool?
I did have for a brief amount of time, and it just didn't work at the time. But it's like a fulfillment center, and I just didn't have enough products at the time. It worked for a little bit, and then it didn't, and I just family things, other things got in the way. So I didn't. That was about the only thing I owned by myself.
Gotcha. How was like your feelings of like getting back in, like, well, at least starting a vending business here with, I mean, you didn't have any experience before you got in, like
Yeah.
kind of talk a little bit about like how you got your mindset right of like to even take on this challenge to do it,
Yeah,
to
well,
move forward.
Mike in the community helped me with that on those early calls because they were saying some of the things I'm saying now as far as getting time back and being your own boss, not having to punch a clock anymore.
Yeah.
And especially in the car business, there's some 12, 13-hour days. I just wasn't up for that anymore.
Yeah.
At my age now, not to, I mean, I'm 66, but I feel much younger. I act much younger, and I don't have any health issues, knock on wood.
Yeah.
So it just it's allowing me to do things I wanted to do. Like my wife likes to play golf. We go out and play golf
Oh, that's awesome.
if we have the opportunity. So I think it's just getting the time back. Obviously, you want to make some money.
Yeah, for sure.
You can get into the business with not a lot of money. You can lease these machines and pay them off in however fast you want to. 5 years, I think, were the traditional machines. Now
Yeah.
we have the opportunity to do that on VendHub with through modern amenities and lease these machines and get them placed and start
Yeah.
making some revenue.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Where do you think that you would be right now if you didn't join Vendingpreneurs? Do you think you would have started a vending business? Do you think you would have took action? What do you think you would have
No,
done?
not at all. If I hadn't found Mike in the community, there's no way I would have started this on my own. Had no idea what to do or how good or bad it was. I looked I think initially on YouTube or X, and there were some people that had some bad experiences, and that was their fault. That was not the business's fault. It was not anybody's fault but their own. So there is some negative stuff out there, but I haven't seen it in my business
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
for sure. Like, it always comes back to accountability. It's the blueprint is here. You can lead a horse to water, but if you're not going to take action,
Yeah.
if you're not going to go ahead and do it, if you're not going to hustle, because it isn't passive. And you touched on that in the beginning. Like, it's not passive in the beginning because if, there's ways to make it passive, but maybe you have to
Yeah.
get there, depending on what your certain situation is. Yeah, it could work. And like you said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Has other people in
Yeah.
the community been a lot more successful quicker than I have? Absolutely. But,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. But like, it's just, it's not, I don't want to say it's the luck of the draw, but it's like you just have to be consistent, and once you are consistent, like those floodgates and those opportunities will just continue to open up for you.
Yeah, it's about. I mean, some of the guys and the ladies that are in the community have done a tremendous job, and I've learned from them. Even it just comes for me. It comes down to locations.
Yeah.
If you can get the right locations, the prospecting, you get out of it what you put into it. If I was probably 20 years younger, I'd be a little more aggressive than I am right now,
Yeah.
but still doing it, still getting out
Yeah,
there
no,
doing
absolutely.
pop-ins and the whole thing. You have to. LinkedIn is a nice resource to meet people, but the community. For me, is the big one. VendHub and the school are tremendous.
Yep. Couple fun questions here. What is your top selling item across all your platforms? Like, what is your top selling item?
Top selling item, I would say it's the Celsius and the Alani's.
Okay.
The drinks more than the snacks. Candy bars, Snickers are tops for me.
Okay.
As far as candy, do a lot of Frito-Lay dry items like the Miss Vicky's chips are big for me. The salsa chips, not Nutri-Grain, but like the cheddar chips and the salsa chips are big. So what about you? What are your big ones? Of course, sodas are big. Mountain Dew.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so on mine is like it's like Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, or like all across the board. It's like so they don't like interchange like every month. Like if I
Really
look
bigger
at
than
like,
even the energy drinks, huh?
yeah, yeah, no, they do. They
Okay.
sell like phenomenally well for me. The next best seller, like for energy drink wise, if we're going there, I would say it's the Celsius Kiwi Guava is my
Oh wow.
top flavor out of all the energy ones. My next question for you is gonna be like, what is like your most unique item that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I put it in, but I can't believe it sells everywhere. Like what is everybody has one. Like Shannon Reeder out of the West Coast, like she's like, I am just shocked by how many rolls of Charmin toilet paper I sell, like the stacks of the 6-pack, because she's got like that one location out there. And
Interesting. I don't sell any of
Madison
those.
Graves was talking about like this thing. I never even heard of it. It's called like Joy Burst. And it's like she can't keep it stocked. It's got like a mushroom infused drink. I don't know. I got to look it up to see if I can even legally sell it here. She's out in Vegas. But like I was texting my guy, my operator manager, and I'm like, hey, look at Joy Burst. I just literally, because like we talked with her and I was like, hey, find this out. See if we can get this in our machines and stuff like that as well too. Because she said it was like a top seller for her. She can't even keep it stocked.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that, and I want to look into the Roar drinks as well. I don't have any of
Oh yeah,
those.
these Roar drinks. I mean, when I tasted them myself personally, and my family did, like a month ago,
Yeah.
that's when I made that special order. I make sure to have all that stuff from Ven Market delivered to the warehouse. So we got that stuff delivered last week, and it's out in the wild now this week here. So I'm really excited to see what sales are because I really think that's going to be a top seller.
Interesting. I have a luxury apartment downtown Milwaukee, and the location, it's a micro mart and it's near the gym. They emphasized, healthy foods when we first got in there, which a lot of times they want healthy food, but it doesn't sell.
Exactly.
This particular place, it does very well. The Bear Bell bars.
Those crush.
Probiotic yogi, yogurt covered probiotics is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sells really good at that location.
Oh, that's interesting. You know what? And like there is a change, especially like with this younger generation, depending on what type of building you're at. Like, yeah, I sell a lot of sodas, like, and that's my top seller, but like I also sell a lot of Poppy, and that's like that prebiotic soda, healthier type alternative.
Yep.
Which I like because I can get it for a certain price and I can sell it for a higher price.
Yeah, right.
So the margin's there. So, I'm making a little bit more profit on those than maybe some of these other soft drinks as well too. So yeah, it's interesting to kind of just hear everybody's unique items because everybody has like a different one. And it's like, oh, Yogi, like I'm writing that thing down now too, because any of my low movers on any of my locations, like I could buy that. I could try that out and see if that can start being to pick up some steam for here in my route. There's like no perfect science to it.
Exactly.
It's an art.
Exactly.
It's an art for sure. So last couple of questions, Joe, I really appreciate you joining me here today. If there was anyone on the fence about joining Vendingpreneurs, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them to do it. Obviously, I have had a couple people reach out and we've had conversations. One, it's easy to get into. Two, you can do it yourself for as long as you need to. Then you can get people to hire people to have them do it to make it truly passive. And again, it's going to give you more time with your family. If you're married or anything like that, it'll give you more time to do the things you want to do. And so I would just say you're your own boss. You do it when you want to do it. Do it. Just do it.
What would you say to someone who was like, hey, you know what? I'm pretty good at watching YouTube videos. I could probably just do this myself. Why would I need the community? What would you say to that person?
Well, because you're going to make mistakes. In the community, we've all made the mistakes already, so you can draw off of everyone's experience. Plus, the resources are tremendous. So, I think those are the two biggest things. Learn from everybody else's mistakes, and you have the resources, and you'll get the leads as well. I mean, they'll give you properties to go check on or businesses to go check on. Those three things are huge.
Yeah. No, I agree. Last question, Joe. What's one piece of wisdom you would give your younger self at the beginning of your vending journey? Like if you had to go what you know now and talk back to you 3 years ago when you joined, what would you say to Joe then?
It's all about the locations. Don't be in a hurry to get a bad location because then you're going to start out, maybe you'll owe money on that machine if you don't buy it outright. You won't make enough to pay for the machine. Find the right location first. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah. I agree. Very well said. Stay poised for that right location. I agree.
If it takes an extra month, 2 months, whatever that time frame is, it's worth it to wait and get the proper location without jumping into one or even two bad locations because then you're way behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Join the community, get the resources, get the wisdom from everybody else.
Well said. Joe, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day here today.
Thanks for having me on. It's been great talking to you. Thanks for everything that you guys do, you and Mike and the whole community.